Hello, my beautiful fire signs. This is Molly with Soul School Tarot and Astrology, and today I am here with you guys for your Mercury Retrograde tarot card reading. This is going to be the period from February 6th to March 10th. Mercury is going to be retrograde. It's shadow period, aka that period where it's covering territory that it's going to cover during the Mercury retrograde period. Started on February 2nd. And is running until about March 30th. So we're talking about the whole month of February and March are kind of going to be a little bit turned upside down by this transit. So I'm highly recommending to everybody, please go check out the astro forecast that I did for that. It's just my voice, like in a picture. There's nothing really to see there. Put it on when you are in your car washing the dishes. I don't care what you're doing, but definitely listen to that. I'm going to go back and timestamp it just so you guys can easily navigate to any part that I might refer you to during this reading, because it's just it's going to give you a rundown of what these energies are really about. Mercury is the logical mind, which wants to use the physical senses to observe an objective reality, a reality that you can point out to somebody else and say, see, look, don't we both see things the exact same way? Pisces is all about the intuitive mind and about psychic connections and spiritual, like whole other world messages, okay? So it's a very different way of perceiving a very different reality. So some of that information is very, very, very essential to understanding the reading that we're going to do today. All right. But I want to go ahead and talk about the intuitive messages I got for you guys. And then we're going to go into the tarot. Mercury retrogrades are all about looking at an issue from the past, having to revisit something because now you are in a place where you can see it from a different perspective. All right. So 3 questions for once we get to the tarot. What issue is going to be brought up again? What primary issue is going to be brought up for you guys? My fire signs, by the way, I want to pause. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury in fire signs. All right. So Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mercury signs. All right. What issues coming back up is our first question I'm going to take to the tarot. What angle does Spirit want you to look at it or believe that you have the capability to see it from this time around? And then what is the likely long-term outcome for you? How is that going to change your path once we get out of the Mercury retrograde and shadow periods? Okay, so that is my plan. Before I do that, I want to thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks for all your support. Thank you for your likes, shares, and subscribes. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe. That way you can get updates when you get a chance. Definitely follow me on Facebook or Instagram or both, right? Like I got different information coming out of all of my social media. Like it's not at all like going to be the same thing that you get here, of course. So anyways, this is, you guys, I'm just going to go ahead and pause and say that I am pretty sure that this is part of a message. I just have this terrible tightness, like right above my shoulder blade. All right. The kind of tightness that comes from a repetitive motion with one's hands. Okay, so there's some sort of message about repetitive motions that you're really, really tired of. Okay, the general intuitive message that I get for you guys is that this Mercury retrograde period is going to be difficult for you because it's going to feel like a major slowdown. Okay, and you guys are ready to go. There's something, they're showing me an 8 of Pentacles reverse right now, which is usually when you're in a repetitive motion that is not getting you where you want to be. Okay, so if you're in Aries, you know, I can see you guys easily kind of like butting your head against the wall, because this is a time, and for Leo and Sagittarius as well, it's just Aries have the horns and they like to ram things, you know what I mean? All right. So really wanting to move forward, but I got 2 song downloads for you guys, okay? And they're both very different genres, so maybe one of them will resonate with you and maybe both. The first one I got, because actually as I was writing down the note, the phrase, slow down, I got Kendrick Lamar's Humble, okay? So sit down, be humble. This is not so much a message. It can be a message about checking your ego, okay? Just absolutely knowing that you're right, okay? Some of you guys are actually trying to manifest something in your life, and you're like, why is this not working? Because I know I'm doing it right, okay? But part of doing it right is being able to release it to the universe to manifest in its own time, okay? So remember that. Sit down, be humble. Understand that things take time. Also, it pointed me to this particular lyrics where it says, you watch my soul speak. He says, watch my soul speak. You let the meds talk. Okay? So here's the benefit of being able to slow down. You're going to be able to see who's full of shit and who's not. Okay? Who's speaking out of their soul and who's speaking out of the, quote unquote matrix. All right. Just kind of like spewing party lines. That's to me what I'm feeling when it says letting the meds speak. Okay. So, the second song download that came through, both of these, by the way, are very much, tied in with Pisces energy. Pisces in the tarot is actually the Hanged Man. All right. So this one's Cheap Trick, surrender. All right. So surrender, surrender, but don't give yourself away. All right. So it's about a balance in your ego. All right. Because I'm going to be real with you, fire signs. You're the most likely to have the ego kind of issues. I'm being very real with you. But you're the least likely to have self-love issues, okay? Is that a better way of phrasing it? I like it, okay? I've got Sagittarius rising, so I understand this, all right? There's a balance between being authentic with yourself and being authentic with others, I believe. Loving yourself enough to not put yourself down. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 12:34 a.m. But at the same time, not being so full of pride that you end up putting others down. That's the message that wants to come out there. Okay. Are y'all ready for a reading? Because I'm super ready for a reading. I was drawn to start with the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. Okay, yeah, they said take them. All right, I felt like those just kind of flopped out, but y'all sent me shuffling. I've been shuffling. We got 2 for you guys. Ooh. I saw this earlier and I knew it was going to come out for you. Okay, this was on the bottom of the deck when I first picked it up. This message is going to take a minute to come out, you guys. This message is already, there's so much coming through, okay? Because there's like, this is the same person, and the white and the black and the time of day and everything is significant. So I need to go ahead, take my sip of water, make sure I get this all out for you guys, all right? The cards that came out are Change and Shadow Self. So yeah, it does make sense that I was talking about the ego. Don't be mad. We all have an ego. You cannot escape it, not in this human lifetime. I think it is just a natural byproduct of being bound to the human form. All right? But it can be, you can either have a healthy relationship with that part of yourself or an unhealthy one. And the easiest way to have an unhealthy relationship with your shadow self, your ego, is to ignore it. All right, so that's why we talk about it here at Soul School. All right. Though, change. You guys are really, really going through some things right now. All right. This, it's good. It's all right though, because you can see this is very kind of like dark. The trees are dark and twisty. It's very windy, but look at how protected you are with this purple cloak. All right. That light purple is crown chakra energy. Ooh, I love it. And then the dark purple underneath, this is third eye. All right. So, yeah, like I said, Pisces energy is all about coming from a psychic space. Okay. Not necessarily a logical, intuitive, like a logical space, but a more intuitive space. All right. This owl represents guidance from the spirit realm, okay? Wisdom that's coming to you from ancestors, from, you know, spirit, from passed on loved ones, from angels. But really, for some, even if you're not somebody who meditates, if you're not spiritually inclined, if you don't hold space to receive those kinds of messages, they're finding their way to you now. All right? Just don't block yourself off from them like she seems to be doing here. All right? It is scary, but you're protected right now. And you're going through the end of this phase because the time of day is something that they want me to pay attention to. And it looks to me like the sun is going down. Okay? But then it's going to be nighttime. And your bird changes from white to black. Okay? But what happened to the white? She has cloaked herself in it. Okay? You see how this is much more still? Once the world around you settles down a little bit, this is going to be your next calling. Okay? Right now, fire signs, sun, moon, rising, Mercury in Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Okay? Hold on a second. I hate this stupid light. It's a necessary evil. Whatever you're going through now, there's two stories. One is for those of you who are very spiritually inclined, who are on a path where you do meditate and you're seeking out. You know exactly what I mean when I say third eye and crown chakra, okay? Or hopefully you do. If you don't, go study it up, all right? Because the third eye is how we receive information, how we open up our intuition. We learn to observe from that psychic space. That lighter purple, that crown chakra, that is our direct connection to the divine. Okay? Just like the root chakra is our connection to the earth. The crown chakra is our connection to the divine. Okay? That which is outside of, it's a way to transcend ego, essentially. Okay? Ego is rooted in the lower chakras. Because it's a necessary, it's a, I don't know, how do you say, like an evolutionary trait, okay? To have an ego helps us survive in this lifetime, all right? As we are trapped to this body. But there's this other part of this spirit that has traveled through many lifetimes, okay? And if you want access to that, that's crown chakra energy, okay? What's above and beyond that crown chakra is this bright white light that is the universe itself wanting to communicate with you. And these are the channels that it flows through. Your crown chakra into your third eye. So in this picture, we can see the wind has stopped blowing, okay? This, whatever wisdom is being handed to you in this scene, and timelines are very, very fluid. Whatever wisdom is coming from this bird up here, this white, this divinity, I want to say it's just like understanding of your connection to everything. This is for if you are spiritually minded. If you're not, hold tight for a second. And I'm going to get to the 3D meaning of this, okay? They're pretty similar. Even if it doesn't have to do with spirituality, just life is tumultuous right now. Winds of change are blowing and it feels really out of your control. So here we are. Now, this is a new scene, okay? Act 1, Scene 2. I feel like this is Act, like, 4 at least, okay? This is something with a history. Now, you notice there, the bird's there, but she's not really looking right at it. This bitch looking straight at that bird, okay? And that moon is there, which means this person is now in their intuition. I know it's amazing because it's almost like, because this is the uppermost chakra and her layer underneath is like, so this is 7th chakra, that's the 6th. Okay, it almost makes you feel like underneath that one, there's a blue dress and then a green dress and a yellow and an orange and a red one. Okay, it's about all of your chakras. Study up. Okay. This one, this is about transcendence and really being aware of your connection with the divine, because there's this white, it's the same person, same figure, but has put this white robe on, this wisdom imparted to them by the owl. And carried it forth in their life. And what happens is they come to this gateway. Okay. And now this bird that has come, this message from the other realm, is a darker one. Okay. But it's just the truth that in order to ascend, now you've really got to work on your shadow self. If it's just a matter of like, you're trying to move forward in life out of that windy place, things have chilled out. Now you reach this sort of this portal, this gateway that you have to pass through in order to get where you're trying to be. Okay? It's about going into the ego and really understanding that. Okay? But this is really, really beautiful. I love it. Okay? This is why you're being asked to slow down, because you can't take this big of an ego with you. Before you click away, I'll explain to you what I mean by that. I'm not insulting you. You can't take this big of an ego forward with you, is what Spirit is telling me, okay? And what I mean by that is that ego is that script that we have let society write for us about who we are, about what we are and who we are, okay? Please understand, you get to write the script. You get to write the narrative. But it takes a long time to edit out the parts of that narrative that have been handed to us time and time and time again throughout our lifetimes, okay? So fear, things that are associated with shame and guilt, and just those parts of yourself that you've been taught to oppress. All right, that's your shadow self. The unhealed parts of yourself. That's your shadow self. Okay. Oh, you're absolutely 100% right. Thank you. I knew this was going to come up. I knew it was going to come. Oh, pause. I got to get a new video or a new deck. Okay, you guys, so as far as tarot deck goes, I knew I was going to use Bianco Nero, which is a black and white deck, okay? I had no idea that this was going to be about the shadow self, okay? And about white owls and black crows, okay? By the way, the black crow is also a messenger from the other world, okay? It's just about things that are harder to see. So earlier I was like, well, why don't I pull out my light and shadow tarot? But the truth is, I just for reasons, I didn't want to pull the deck out tonight. Okay. But just now I thought I was going to pull from this deck, which is actually my teeny tiniest. And no, I got the nudge. I needed to go pull out my light and shadow tarot. It is like the Bianco Nero. It is a pure black and white deck. This one's kind of sepia, you know. But it is important right now. It is an uprights only deck, okay? So it is going to point us to see what issue. It's got to do with the shadow self, you guys. What part of your shadow self is going to be revisited during this Mercury retrograde period. And then we're going to figure out what angle are you being asked to look at it from, and what will be the outcome in the long run. once you're able to do so, okay? Thank you, Divine Spirits of Love and Light, for your guidance and protection. Archangels, allies, ancestors, guides, please help to shape a clear and discernible message for my Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Mercury sign viewers today. It is a huge deck, and I don't feel confident with that one. This one's coming out. Queen of Wands, look at you fire signs. With your Jaguar and your torch and your sunflower. What I love about this Jaguar is it's reminding me, dang, it's reminding me of another card in the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. It's the card where it says power. And she's got these jaguars at her feet. Okay. It's beautiful. All right. So it is about, let's get some more information, please. These cards are huge, so it does take a while to get some jumpers out. Whoops. All right. That's beautiful. I will take that as well because you want me to. And that, I thank you. And this one. All right. Beautiful, you guys. All right. And this is the layout that they want. All right. Look at these 8s. Ah! Okay. Who was it? Water? Somebody had like all the 8s reversed. They had 3 8s reversed. You have 3 8s upright. This is strength. Okay. Wow, you guys. I cannot wait to get into this reading. Look at this guy with this flame. This is the energy that you guys are kind of coming out of. Okay. Because look at the head covering and everything. Okay. This is really, really scary. But you found in that moment a truth. This is the same figure. Of course, now it's got a beard, but whatever. Gender is irrelevant. Okay. This same figure coming out of the woods, having talked to the owl. After they talk to the owl, they've got this light that brings them out of this. Okay. And this light now is what helps you to stand in your own power. Okay? You have the power to attract and manifest so much right now into your life. Everything that you want. Okay? This is coming up, I believe. All right? This Jaguar actually is another guide from the other world. Okay. Now, the Queen of Wands is usually shown with some sort of like, she's the witch card. All right. Let's be real. She's the manifester of the queens. All right. The Queen of Cups is the intuitive, right? She's the psychic, the diviner. All right. But this bitch, her spell work is on point. Look at her crown chakra on fleek, super open up, okay? And then, of course, that sunflower represents the solar plexus. So if you're spiritual, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not spiritual, what I'm saying is that you're somebody who's fully standing in their power, able to use your intuition to move carefully and seductively, ooh, nice adjective, Spirit, but also strategically through the world, all right? You are standing in your power. This eagle is intense. I have to look at the book for that eagle. All right. So this 8 of Wands is a Mercury in Sagittarius. That's not going to happen for quite some time again. But Sagittarius is another mutable energy. So this is communication, probably communication, some sort of information that's moving very, very, very quickly. That's also what the Prince of Swords means. There's something important about the eagle that he's on and what the eagle has in its mouth. So I'm going to go there in a second. And I also want to take a look at what this figure in the star card is holding in their hands. All right. So this right here, this is the energy that's being brought back up, okay? It's about you standing in your power. And these all seem very positive, but like I said, it's an uprights only deck. So we're going to clarify with the Bianco Nero. All right. Something about this portal, this archway here as well. Okay. All right. Usually in the Eight of Swords, we don't have these crisscrossed lines. We have very smooth lines. Things are moving forward. But there's something here that leads to renewal. It leads to balance in a really amazing way. But I need to get to the bottom of that ego right there. The Prince. Okay, it's the Prince. Now, oh, they're in alphabetical order. I was like, why are they in this order? That's ridiculous. Why would you do that? Anyways, I'm not critiquing. I love this deck. All right, guys, give me a second. I'm coming up on it. The Prince of Swords. Heir of Air. So this is the Knight of Swords. All right. The eagle displays the raw power of the element of air, the ability to penetrate far and high or deep and down. Air focuses and concentrates. The eagle spies its goal and then dives to it like an arrow loosed from the bow. This is what's important, is what's in its beak, okay? In its beak, the eagle tethers two butterflies by a string. I don't like that image, you guys. That's what you guys are feeling about. That's what you guys are feeling. That's what's being revisited. Why the fuck would you tie two butterflies together by a string? This eagle energy is your shadow self. Hold on a second. He does have a major Archangel Michael vibe, and that's what the thing is talking about, okay? Archangel Michael has this sort of truth, and he'll come in and, like, you know how he do, okay? He'll come in with this sort of truth. And really, really illuminate this part of your shadow self. This is what I'm going to clarify the most, all right? So, check this out. These beautiful insects, the flighty, fickle, hither and yon aspect of air, have been constrained by the Prince's eagle. You guys, so you're like logical, decisive, this is what I want thinking has constrained your own creativity. That's what that's about. Okay? I know you're focused and you know exactly what you want, but part of the reason why you're being asked to stop right now is to see how much that actually stifles this part of your own creativity. All right, that's what the butterflies are. The eagle has just touched, you can see right here, on a rocky promontory, or even a tombstone. Touching earth evinces a groundedness, the foundation that the Prince of Swords attains when he is focused and strong and avoids the flittering distraction of the butterflies. I don't know, guys, which one is it? Considering the fact that your earth signs, maybe you are too much butterfly and not enough eagle. But do you understand what they're talking about? The butterfly is the aspect of thought that is very ungrounded. Okay? They're very light. They're flittery. They're fickle. But they're creative. All right? The eagle can see what he wants from a distance and go for it. And he can be a little ruthless in getting it. But part of what it means to achieve that goal is to calm that fickle part of yourself. So I'm going to ask the Bianco Nero, because that's what's holding you back. That's what issue is getting revisited, this Mercury retrograde. Okay? This is what they want you, the aspect, the angle to look at it, and this is the outcome. 8 8 and 8, because this is 8, 17. 17 is the star card here, and then we have the Justice card at the bottom. So that's going to be the outcome. I need to take a little sip of water, and then I'm going to get out that Bianco Nero deck. Pardon me. All right. I get this one smudged up real good too. All right. So definitely, if this reading is resonating with you, here's what I gotta say. This is such a different energy, and it's not bad at all, but this is such a different energy than I was feeling when I did my water and earth signs, but it's pretty in alignment with what I was trying to tell my earth signs. All right? Because they kind of had these two aspects of themselves that they were trying to integrate. All right? For you, I feel like you need to focus on one or the other. Either you're not allowing yourself enough long-term vision and focus, or you're not allowing yourself enough spontaneity and creativity. You know better than I do. All right. All right, so Bianca Nero is going to weigh in. Let me get my incense. Beautiful. Can I see more about this Prince of Swords? With this Prince of Swords? Actually, no, they want me to start with Queen of Wands. All right, we're going to clarify all of this. How about that, deck? Let's clarify it all. Okay. Ooh, this comes out. The Queen of Wands. Y'all are tired of juggling. You're tired of juggling, and you understand that when you juggle back and forth between these two different patterns of thought, that you're disempowering yourself, that it makes it harder to act and move forward. Okay? Yep, you literally rob yourself of your own power in that moment. That's the Seven of Swords just came out. Okay? So let's clarify the Prince of Swords. Please, pretty please. The Page of Swords. Ooh, strength. And the Page of Swords. 8. On the bottom of the deck. 8 of Cups reversed. Okay. This is a new way of doing something. A new way of thinking trying to come in. But you're holding on so strongly to the old. Let me channel her for a moment. She is a badass bitch. That's like some Xena energy. Xena warrior princess type stuff, okay? That she and that lion are chill. She didn't even have to hold it. They've been together on this road for a while. It's Furiosa type stuff, okay? She's amazing. She's been through a lot. Strength. That lion is pride, but this is well-earned pride. Okay, all right. You've always been very proud of the way that you've done things in the past, and you can switch it up. You know what I mean? You don't have to always do things the same way. Whoa! Don't go away. I don't know how you wanted to come out, so I'm putting you back in, okay? This guy flipped, okay? So it's definitely, the 8 of Cups upright is walking away from something that's no longer emotionally serving you. And when that's reversed, that means you really, really, really do need to go back and look at that, okay? The Six of Cups had come out. It fell on the floor and I didn't know what it was supposed to be. So I shuffled it up and it's up right now, okay? Some of you guys have to go back for something that you left behind. All right. This is a Knight of Swords reversed, the Page of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. Okay, and then there's the Moon. So there was something in the past. When you're in this energy, you're not looking at it clearly. You're not, see how she's not looking around her at all? Okay? This is this past energy. You didn't understand. This is some sort of actually, okay. This is telling me I have to move out of this energy as soon as I get this out, because it's just, this is your old energy, but this is very, very scattered. All right. This is very scattered energy. This is something that was planted in you at a very, very young age and that you carried forth through into adulthood. Whatever this eagle is talking about. Remember I said either you're too focused or you're too creative and too flighty and spontaneous. All right. You never really thought about it before, but now you're starting to see. Now you're starting to see, okay? That's the issue that is coming up. I want to know about the star because this is the new angle, the new perspective that you're being invited to see it through. I don't, too many. I'm going to shuffle a little bit more, okay? This right here, we have another 8 on the bottom of the deck. However, you're being asked to see it. You're not seeing it that way right now. This is why you got to be asked to see it that way. All right. So give us some more info. The Magician is reversed. Okay. Give us some more info, please. This Magician reversed, you guys. This is literally Mercury retrograde. Stop it. We have Justice again. Five of Pentacles reversed. Can you show me? Wow. They're flipping everywhere. Everywhere. All right. Okay, guys. This is Mercury. This is literally the Magician reversed. Is Mercury retrograde, okay? Things are going to be brought into balance, my dear loves, okay? They are going to be brought into balance. Here's what's crazy. Justice in this deck is 8. Justice in this deck is 11. And what came out after this, we have the Two of Wands, which looks like an 11, okay? Then we have the Five of Pentacles reversed. This is beginning to see that things aren't as bad as you thought that they were. You don't lack what you thought you did. Okay? All right? But you have to choose. Okay? You have the opportunity to choose. Can you tell me more about the Queen of Cups, please? Yeah. To move away from those things that just aren't fulfilling to you. Literally, it's like, yes, because it's too heavy of a burden, okay? Okay, you guys, here's the energy that I'm getting right now. There's the Three of Pentacles. You can do better. All right. Here's the energy that I'm getting right now. Is like, you have always been like, well, this is the way that I approach things. I'm very proud of myself for approaching things in this way because it has always worked for me. That's a part of who I am. And the universe is like, but do you know what? You're capable of doing it the other way. And that's what the universe wants you to do right now. You have to use that other part of your brain right now. Okay? That's making me think that what you've been doing too much of is the focus and the long-term vision and the logical stuff. And what you're being encouraged to do more of is the creativity. This is blocked creativity. Blocked intuition. This Queen of Cups reversed and the Nine of Cups reversed. Okay. That is actually creating a burden that's very, very heavy for you. And that's the perspective that you're being asked to see here. Okay? That you have the choice to do things differently. And in fact, you need to do things differently now. All right. Will you please show me justice? Oh, look who's back. The Six of Cups. All right. Remember I said this is something that you carried in from childhood with that Page of Cups energy? All right. All right. Something about your past that you're still wary of because you are carrying it forward with you. He doesn't have that right anywhere. This is remember a time before that was very innocent. Look who we got. Ooh, that's sexy bitch. Queen of Wands, double confirmation. Okay. You guys are coming out of a time. Who's flipped? Hold on. There's somebody in here flipped. The Hierophant. You guys are coming out of a period of time. Honestly, I feel like you guys feel very blocked moving forward. And it's because you're being asked to look at things very differently. All right. You're just being asked to look at things differently. And this is what I mean when I say that it's attached to your ego. Your ego is just that narrative about who you are that you forget that you can change. All right. That you forget that you can change. All right, guys. You will learn. Your inner child, you get to get back in touch with your inner child, with this more innocent part of you through the lesson that this wants to teach you. But balance is on its way. I mean, justice is on the table twice, you guys. Balance is on its way. All right? Understand that to me what that says is that both ways of thinking are equally valid, but you have assigned more value to one because it is more in alignment with who you think you are as a person. And you're being asked to see yourself differently. All right? To shed whatever baggage. Like, y'all know, like, full moons are great for releasing things. All right? Think of a Mercury retrograde as like a 3-week-long full moon. Okay, and look at what it is, what ways of thinking you have the opportunity to release at this time. Okay, all right, fire signs, I love you all. I know you can do it. You're amazing, and you will never stop being that way. All right, happy Mercury retrograde to you all. Hit me up with the information below if you want to do this with me. Just something personal. We can do tarot, astrology, any sort of spiritual guidance that you're looking for. I love you all, and thank you again for being a part of my community.